guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. You know me, I'm Tom. Okay, here she is. 1959 International T340 Drott. It's about 98% complete. We got a couple of little glitches. One's in the hydraulic lines. It's got a little bit of a leak right over here on this controller, on this valve body. It's the main line's little O-ring gasket. We've got that ordered. After 6 months from the very first day that I bought this original one up in Virginia to the time I went and got the second one in New York, I just wanted to kind of assess what I've done here and the progress that's been made here at JR's Automotive in Mebane, North Carolina. I'm going to just be very honest with you. I've got more money tied up into this thing than I really wanted to have. But with any restoration project where there's just basically no parts out there and you're salvaging from one to another, there's all kinds of little problems that you run into, just a myriad of problems that you can run into when you restore old equipment like this. I'm not going to give you the final total of what I got into it, but it's pretty high. Let's just say it's way over $15,000. And in reality, should I have done it? Probably not. But here's the catch-22 with this whole thing, is that this thing is so rare that in itself is the reason I did it. First year production, 1959, 800 hours on the machine's chassis. And now we've just rebuilt everything. New clutches, new brakes, all new outer drive gears, all new hoses. It's been wired now. Instead of it's got solid state ignition on it. And I've driven it around the property a bunch of times already. Everything works. It turns left, right, brakes hard, does the big, 360 turn. Everything is working fine on it. Again, it's still a 57-year-old machine. So what can you say? Are there going to be more things that go wrong? Absolutely. Are there going to be things that I don't want to spend money on but going to have to? Absolutely. But in reality, it's like restoring an old car. Sometimes you estimate $20,000, $30,000, and then the thing's worth $40,000 or $50,000. Now, in this case here, this is not going to be worth $20,000. But the bottom line is that you cannot go out and buy a tractor, a skid steer, or any kind of bulldozer, crawler these days that's not at least 20 years old. Has 4,000 to 5,000 hours on it for less than $20,000 to $30,000. I've looked around at skid steers and all kinds of other crawlers and bobcats and track loaders, and they're just not cheap. Nothing is cheap. $30,000, $40,000. I found one, a big cat, for $20,000, but it had 5,000 hours on the diesel motor. So in that sense, I feel like the amount of money that I spent in this is amount of money that I spent in this machine is justified. But in reality, it's about $2,000 or $3,000 more than I really wanted to have in it. But again, here it is. It works. Is it perfect? No. What can I say? But I love it. It was a labor of love. When you do labor of love things, sometimes you don't worry about the money. You just worry about, the end product or the end goal, that you have a working, functional machine that was brought back to life. That's what restoration is all about, restoring an old piece of machinery. I've sunk a lot of money into a lot of other pieces of machinery. My four-wheeler, I sunk a lot of money into that. My old Isuzu, my 92 Isuzu, I spent a lot of money on that. But, all the equipment that I have, all the vehicles that I have, all of them work. Everything's functional. So, in reality, do I feel bad about the investment? No. Does it hurt the old wallet? Absolutely. That means I'm just going to have to go out and earn more money. but I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody, and everybody that follows my channel, and especially have been following all the progress on the Drott. Now, I have a lot of parts that people have been asking me for. Now that I know that we've got this machine put together, I'm going to do an inventory of all the parts that are left over, and there's quite a bit. So once I got my mind wrapped around all that and exactly what I got to keep, like the outer drive housing, I've got to keep that. I got to keep a spare because that was the original problem. So when I get through with all this, I'll give you guys an update. Anybody out there that's rebuilding a Drott or a crawler, an international, you know, from 1959 to 64, I've got a lot of parts. So I'll give you guys that information once I get an inventory of everything that I've got. Okay, you know what to do. Comments, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on another video. We're just waiting now for the parts to come in for this O-ring, for this hydraulic line, and a filter for the pump. And once we get that, then I'm going to take it up to the land, settle up with JR, and move on to the next project. Okay, guys, you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys on another video. Tom out of here.